Hello there, you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz right here on the JoyNews channel. My name is Doreen Avio, and today there's so much to actually talk about because it looks like gradually our creatives are doing something for themselves. They are actually doing concerts on social media. We call it the virtual concerts, and well, I'll be talking to a group that is actually doing something on gospel music this weekend. Plus, Fiifi Coleman is also in the news. He's been talking about how COVID-19 has affected him, plus looking forward to go to church right after everything is done. The name again is Doreen Avio, and the show is Let's Talk Showbiz. If you just tune in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and I'm so excited. I've been talking to Ghanaian actor and producer Fiifi Coleman. Well, it looks like he hasn't really been out there since this whole COVID-19. So we caught up with him just to find out what he's been up to. He tells us how he's been dealing with this whole COVID-19 pandemic. He also talked about how, creatives are also doing stuff to, get themselves busy even though they can't go on set. He also advised people on how to take care of themselves or take the necessary precautions to stay safe. Plus, he says that he can't wait because right after everything is done, the church will be the first place to go as he misses the church. Now, let's hear from Ghanaian actor Fiifi Coleman in this conversation. So, Fiifi, I know that we haven't seen you all in a while, but it's good to see you today. But how have you been dealing with this whole COVID-19?
Have I been dealing? I think I'm as shocked as everybody else with the pandemic. I'm as shocked as everybody else with how the spread is going, the deaths and everything. But for personally, whatever I have been told to do to make sure that I stay safe is what I am doing. Like I can't afford to be sick. I can't. So whatever is necessary, if I have to be washing my hands, I have to do the social distancing, if I have to be eating healthy, whatever that it requires for me to do to stay safe, that is what I am doing right now.
Now, I know that you all have been doing your movies, but it looks like now no one has to go on set, nobody has to do anything. It's like everybody's just locked up in their houses until maybe things get better. How is that affecting you?
It's affecting a lot. Like some of us are producers, some of us are just so. If you're in an industry where you need people to congregate to make something happen, and people can't come together to do that anymore, automatically you should find other means. I'm not a prophet of doom or whatever it is, but I can tell you for a fact that even when everything is okay, let's say by August, by September, everything is okay, it would still take time to have the confidence of the people, for people to say, I want to go out there to be on a set, I don't mind doing this with you, I don't know where the camera guy is coming from, or to go to the Silverbird Theatre to watch things with people, to go to the National Theatre to be in the midst of a lot of people. It will still take time for us to reconscientize ourselves to know that, okay, now we can do this without having repercussions. So yeah, it's affecting it a lot. We just are beginning to find other means to do the same thing. It might not have the same feel, but we just have to find other means to do this work, because the work has to go on, but now it's not going on. Everybody's trying to stay safe, which is okay. The first virtual play goes up at the end of the month. We're trying to put together You Play Me, I Play You, Clemente Suarez and General Ntatia. It's a 2-month play. 1 hour, 15 minutes virtual. So that's the way we are going now. We just hope it's as profitable as what it would be if we had done it at the National Theatre to keep us all going, because now we need the work. Everybody needs the work right now. Yeah. Realizing that your sources of income are depreciating, you also make sure that your standard of living, you bring it down to meet where you are right now, and it makes sense. Like you play shows, we do these performances, and people come in, they buy tickets. That's how we get. Look, before Corona, we were in talks. I had sponsors on my next play. I think the first time that I thought I was so happy, it was fully sponsored. Like all that was going to happen, and then this happens. Yes, I have a regular job and all those things, so you plan for all these, but you can never plan enough. So the longer this thing keeps going, the harder it gets on the pocket. And then you fall back to Chalemomi, some small, but hopefully we'll still be able to help them out instead of the other way around. But when these things happen, you need to think. You need to readjust your budget. You need to start thinking and living within your means. And then, the favors that we used to do, the here 1,000 here, the 2,000 here, you know, it becomes 200 here, you know, 100 there. Slow, we'll all survive it. Look, we don't want this to happen, but if this should go into next year, let's say there is still the virus up to next year, by next year, trusting the people that I know here, how creative people are in this country, industry, we will figure out a way. But what I've realized is that people are beginning to be resourceful, people are beginning to think outside the box, people are being original, and people are trying to do stuff. Like I go on social media now and I can't believe set talents out there. A lot of people doing stuff that way. If this hadn't happened and you're just locked up at home and you had nothing to do, you wouldn't have come out like this. So look, this thing extends, we will see. We would somehow, and it's the same thing with it, it's human nature. Somehow, no matter how long we find ourselves boxed into this idea of what is happening, we will find a way to weave out of it something. Out of all of this, there's going to be a growth somewhere. I kind of miss church, you know. I miss church. And then the things we do at, you know, because part of the Creative Arts Ministry, ICGC Christ Temple, and, you know, they, you know, come together with the people, performances and all those things, and I miss that a lot. So I think first, I mean, and it's due. I mean, it's about time you just go give thanks, okay? If you're not, it's not because you're so lucky that you didn't get it and you didn't know, you know, so give thanks where it is due. But after all that is done, maybe we can see some beach, or some travel outside. I think some vacation. Some vacation is good. Will be good for me. The soul needs it. The soul needs it. Yes, you've been cooked up in the house for so long. To just go out and go do something wild. People. So I know people are still living under a rock, saying that the disease is not even in Ghana because they haven't seen a patient before and they don't see the images of people being buried and all that. That is just our luck. That is purely circumstantial right now for us in this country. The disease exists, it is right here with us, and it is us. We need to make a conscious effort to say we will put a stop to this by just following simple stuff. I'm telling you, what you're asking us to do, is very uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to you, it is. But think of it this way, I'd rather be uncomfortable and live than to say I want to be free and catch a virus and not know whether I'm going to be cured or not. And another advice too, people have recovered from this very well. And those are the people we should even be very happy for, because now they've developed the antibodies for this thing. So I don't know why we are shunning them, being all like, don't come into my space. They cannot retransmit it to you. Okay? Let's just stay home. If you have to. If you don't have anything to do, just stay home. But if you have to, absolutely you have to go out, be each other's hero. Because what I find myself doing is I keep asking, where's your mask? Like I go to places I go to do it, like when I say, why don't you have a mask on? Or like, oh, it's because it doesn't matter, you just because you're here, put it on. So, you know, so it's beginning to like consciously trying to tell people that do this. Have you washed your hands? You know, no. Come on, people, keep your distance. Some people might feel offended, but that is not the point. The point is that you are trying to, you know, when you do it, you're saving me. I do it, I'm saving you. So let's do that.
Thank you so much, Fiifi.
Thank you for having me.